Okay folks, let's see what we can come up with today for a quickie. Cadmium yellow, medium, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, burnt sienna, all Cotsman colours. This is it's a bit green. Fabriano, £130 with a bit of a wet. Using the Ron Ransom Hake. If you use a different type of Hake and get a different result, that's probably why. They do vary, even the Ron Ransom Hakes vary. Look how clumpy that's going. This is quite a new one. But if they split, then just bring them back together on the palette with just tip them in a bit of water and they'll come back. So let's put a bit of raw sienna over all of it. And you'll find that as you work down from the top to the bottom, that it will dry much lighter. And by the time you get to the bottom of the actual painting, you'll find that it'll be drying off a bit, and you can get the lovely dry brush effect. I'm not sure whether I'll do a woodland scene or a lakeland scene. I did a lakeland scene yesterday on Patreon, but many of you would have seen that on Facebook. I publish all my shots on my Dave Usher artist page, and I tell you there whether they're on YouTube or Patreon. Right, okay, so let's have a bit of a cloudy sky. I like cloudy skies, even though we've had a lot of them lately in the UK, but just gentle. Coming down to the horizon. If I put water in, that's where it will be. And I can put just a little bit of darker in there. Okay, that'll all dry nice and dark. I've got a little split on my finger there, look. And it's just where I want to use my thumb. I'm going back to oil painting tomorrow. I feel the need. So don't throw your failures, your watercolour failures, I've got loads of them. Just save them for when you eventually take up acrylic painting or oil painting or both, as I do. And watercolour paper is a very good surface to work on. I'm not sure about this one. The Fabriano £130 is great for wetting wet, but it is a studio paper, like a practice paper. If you use it dry, you might struggle. But look, it's nice and flat now. But it's 20% cotton apparently, and 80% cellulose. So it is a mix. It makes it cheaper. Right, let's put in some distant hills. I just like distant hills and texture into the foreground. They're very simple, I know, but then some of you are beginners and you want information about how you can paint a nice picture. So blue, remember blue recedes because it's cool colour. We won't overdo it. And we'll just get that. The distant hills don't look big, they are distant, so they'll be small. And try not to repeat yourself. You can see paintings where someone's put a hill in and think, well, that looks good, let's put another one in. Then you've got a regular rhythm going across the background, which is okay. But we all learn to do these things. Some pick it up quicker than others. Right, I want to put in some blue and burnt sienna. I've gone back to cadmium yellow medium. These are cotton colours. I want to put in a bit of a background there. Go across there, it's a beach. Now all these watercolours, they dry lighter than when you put them on initially, so let's just now tendency is to go uphill, so try to resist that temptation. I'm going uphill, so we're going to work about changing that. Hake split, so let's just bring it together again. Not too bad. Bit of ready colour in there. I hope you're finding your way with the Hake if you're using Hakes. You don't have to. Use whatever you like. I just love using the Hake. My brush. I've still got books I bought showing this, the romancing technique. Well, big brush watercolour really. Back in nearly 30 years ago. Some good darks in here. Sorry for my head's getting in the way. Oh, we can put a bit of colour on top of that. Coming down into there. Okay, let's try a little bit of cad yellow now. Oh, lovely, that's better. I've been using cadmium yellow pale and it just doesn't work with my palette. So I got rid of the yellow, lemon yellow. It just didn't work. The cadmium yellow is a great colour. The cadmium yellow light you might struggle with, I have. So I've just removed it from my palette because I found 2/3 of a tube of unused stuff. Okay, let's reclip that paper. Just keep doing it till it lies perfectly flat. Look. You can do this with a £90 Winsor & Newton, which I've been using as well. But I've been using it with the Smoothie 77, wonderful draftsman. Shows you how to draw. My squaring off is absolutely superb. Channel on YouTube. And there's Alan Owen, my mate Alan. Spent a lot of time talking on the phone. And sometimes with John, that's Smoothie. Some great people on YouTube. But not everybody agrees, apparently. That lady who didn't like that YouTube, she suspected them of holding back on her views. Well, we all have that attitude. Little bits of trunk just showing through. Don't do too much of them. Because when you see a new technique, if you use it yourself, and then you've got more technique than painting on your on your paper. Yeah, okay. It could be masts. Put the building in if you wish. Easily done with a card. I've got lots of bits of cards somewhere on here. On my here we go. Bits of plastic card. Last 3 lifetimes. Now, a bit here. Let's see if I can just lift it up. Bit of a building in there. Yeah, it just works a little bit. I can just take that there. You can do it with a brush and just loosen it. Just loosen the paint. Oh, look. Oh well, that'll be covered up with something else. Oh, that's a try to get your roofs horizontal. Probably just a little bit dry, but I can finish that off. But then you get the idea. Don't worry about that. Just stuff all there. It doesn't work. It's because it's just a bit dry now. I'll lift that out with my little 1/2-inch brush when it's dry. Okay, so let's go on to a bit of foreground now. Bit per number. Take that out of the way. I'll take the clips off. Alright, that'll do. Fill in there. Quite a risky stroke that. Alright, now we can put in some stuff on there. Bit of dark on the top of that. Silence. Just some grasses just sticking up or something. They all turn out differently. They're quite amazing. My painting's is an amazing thing to do, isn't it? Alright, we can put some bit more foliage in at the bottom there. Let's come across here with some as well now. Bit of sienna, bit of burnt sienna, bit of raw sienna, gives you a bit of light. Bit of dark. I'll do some of this with the rigger. Okay. Still a bit wet. I'll just dry that off, so take your headphones off. grey over there. Do some flora and fauna on here. A bit of darking. Right, I'm trying to make that side different to that. So we'll bring that clump of shrubbery down into here. Right, bit of a silhouette here. Branches going into the picture. Okay, it's very similar to what I did yesterday, but only a few people will see it on Patreon. Okay, there's some here. Just the little ones here, sort of autumny, ice spring in there, but it's supposed to be. Can't far full winds blowing outside my windows. Oh, all gently, just gentle touch of the edge of the hake, which has got a nice chisel shape. Touch it in the palette. And danger is trying to put too much in and overcomplicate it. When you see bits of lifting out, it's very tempting not to overdo the lifting out with a card or with a fingernail. So to keep it to the minimum, a little goes a long way with techniques, tricks of the trade. Oh, just trying to show shadow reflections. So just little bits of nondescript nothingness. What you put below, above, put below. Put some nipples in. See, now all that sky colour has disappeared into that lake now. Right, so we want to put in some autumny colours. Gently touching the edge of the corner of the brush. So a bit of red in there, a bit of sienna. take it off the edge of the paper. Otherwise it looks as if you're just filling in between the sides of the mount. Now we have a few dark bits. I'm mixing a bit of Payne's grey with a bit of the cadmium, a bit of the light red. Okay, that'll do. Put a few bits and pieces. If you use a rigger at this stage, it tends to mix the techniques. You've got different brush marks. The Hake does the rigger, but a bit more hit and miss, a bit more impressionist, which is what I aim to do with all of this. Okay, so I'll show the reflections there. Reflections there. Now we're going to do the same over, give the other side the treatment. Just a gentle drag. The direction of the prevailing wind. So we're going to put in the twigs. Okay, well we don't want to over elaborate this, but okay, well that seems to be, I've covered up that house there, so that's all right. Right, let's get a bit of tissue. See if we can lift out some boats and things. Right, my little 1/2 inch brush is somewhere. Oops. Somewhere here in the mess. Gone. Well, I'll have to use this one then. Oh no, here it is with the oil brushes. Right, this is just a little 1/2 inch flat nylon, lovely little brush, and it just does to loosen. And then put a bit of dark under there. Okay. And a bit. You can use acrylic, you can use gouache for this. Another one. Now, as you know, I'm not nautical. Just buck them in and put in a okay, boat there. A little people brush. Put a people. Okay, so just going to go on his boat. One man in his boat. And just want to put a bit more, a little bit of detail in here. That'll do, that's fine. It. I think that's not bad painting for a Wednesday. So we'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. Oops. Still keep promising to change this, but I haven't yet. Okay, horizon more or less level. Put that one there. That one there. So there we are, another Lakeland scene. It's not. I'm not using a lot of colour, not a bright colour. I've used red, the umbers and the siennas. But it's well, I like those colours. That's probably why I use them. Lakeland, lake districts, boats by a lake, boat houses. Very simple, as you can see, but if you try to overdo it, and I was sort of pushing my luck in these bits here, you can go a bit muddy, but lifting out those little bits there, they just give a little bit of interest on the horizon. So I hope you enjoyed that, folks. See you soon. Goodbye.